Good day and welcome to video number 10 of the 2023 NCEA Level 3 statistics paper called Apply Probability Concept in Solving Problem. Today we are going to do question 2b part 1 and part 2 in this video because it is quite an easy question in part 1, so we'll do two videos in one. So without further ado, let's read the question. 2b part 1 sounds like this. The eikosogram below illustrates the 510 people in the survey, whether they live in a rural or urban area. So rural is here and urban is here, okay? And whether they prefer to make their coffee at home or go to the cafe. The lighter color is the cafe and at home is the darker color, okay? So an eikosogram visually separates the probabilities for the two variables into a rectangular region whose area are in proportion to the probability value. So the probability is this, okay? So now we are going to calculate the area. So write down the probability that the person who lives in the urban area would prefer to have their coffee at a cafe. So we are looking at urban. Okay? So urban is here. So we are only interested in here. And what the probability that he is going to like coffee. So we're going to write coffee at a cafe, okay? Probability of coffee at cafe, someone, okay? Provided, given that they live in an urban area. Live in urban area. So to do that is as follows. You just take this number here, 0.515. That is a simple achieve. Everyone should be able to get an achieve in that question. That's why I said we are going to do part 1 and part 2 in together. Okay, so now we're going to do part 2 of question B. Okay, so now let's read 2B part 2. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up a bit. Okay, so the eikosogram is reproduced in this question. What evidence exists from the result survey displayed in an eikosogram that there is a difference of preference of having coffee at home or in a cafe between people who live in rural or urban area? So if you like coffee, this is rural people and this is the urban. So probability of people who coffee at cafe live in an urban area, we found at 0.515. Okay, that is from part 1. And then now we're going to calculate people who like coffee at cafe, okay? Provided they live in rural area, it's going to be this number here, okay? 0.175. So, from the two probabilities, we can be confidently say that a person living in the urban area is much more likely to have a coffee in a cafe when compared to a rural person. Because the probability is 0.515 compared to 0.175. So the probability is going to be bigger for a person in the urban area compared to the rural person. Then they say, support your answer with statistical reasoning with reference to sampling variation. Because the sample size is big, okay? The sample size we did was quite big, okay? 500 over people. 510 if I'm not wrong. So we can say that the sampling variation, okay, is small, okay? So the difference in proportion would unlikely to change, okay? So this proportion will be unlikely to change because we took a big sample of 510 people due to the large sample size. The sample variation will not change because the sample size was big. So that's how you answer this. If you can answer this, this is a merit. And we will do the excellence question in the next video. Cheers everyone and have a great day.